often have you heard to have a better sleep routine, work out more often, eat better food, quit smoking, don't drink so much, decrease your social media time, and you're not doing it? In this video, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, I'm not gonna give you an advice, and I'm not gonna give a single solution to any of your problems. Instead, I'm gonna give you the psychological explanation for some of the most common reasons why we don't follow up with good habits, and I'm gonna let you decide what you wanna do with this information. My name is Evie. I spent 10 years in academia. I read way too many research papers on psychology, and at this point, if I don't start sharing with others what I know, I'm gonna go cuckoo, so this is a win-win. Revenge bedtime procrastination. There's this concept in psychology called the revenge bedtime procrastination, and it relates to the fact that many of us have a day full of obligations, responsibilities, so we are trying to adult the whole day, and there is a very little window of time between the day and the time to go to sleep when we can actually spend what we want, what we enjoy, so that me time is our freedom time. And after a day full of doing the right thing, very few people will give up on their freedom just for the sake of doing yet another right thing, such as going to sleep on time. The feedback loop. According to psychology, the two main motivators for our behavior, no matter what we want to do, is to avoid pain or to see progress. If you start something, let's say working out here, and the first time when you will be able to observe a visible difference in your body is after 3 months. If you expect yourself to get up every day and do 30 minutes of workout, or even work out 3 times a week for the duration of 3 months without having any feedback, you are going to fail. Like, all this time between starting and seeing progress, you will be relying on your willpower and motivation. Those are not very successful approaches. So the very long feedback loop between starting point to seeing progress is one of the reasons why we fail at keeping up with new habits. Lack of burning needs. People do not like discomfort and pain. Unless you have the need to cause yourself the discomfort, why would you? For example, let's say you want to lose weight. Research in psychology has shown that people who live together gain more weight. People who are married gain even more weight. So in a way, if you are already feeling in a secure romantic relationship where you don't have the burning need to improve your appearance, you are unlikely to make an effort. Why would you get on a diet or start working out if your perception of doing this is to look better when you already are in a very comfortable long-term relationship? I'm not saying this is good or bad. I'm just explaining the logic behind our decisions. Lack of social support. Monkeys see, monkeys do, right? So if you don't have anybody in your environment who, for example, is trying to quit smoking, you rely on your willpower alone. If there are 2 people trying to pick up the same new habit, they are 2 willpowers, so twice as higher the chances of success. And this works through the process of social pressure. You don't want to look like lame or lazy in the eyes of your friend or coach, so you do the right thing because they are there doing it, and you want to be like them, and you want to be accepted, and you want to be liked. So the second way how the whole thing with social support works is that 80% of our cortex is busy with visual information. And if we don't have something to observe, we don't have a role model to see that this behavior is possible, we don't have an example of the journey from starting to succeeding at a new habit, we are unlikely to even think about it because we just haven't learned from exposure to a role model that it is possible, how is it done, and all the struggles on the way and how to overcome those struggles. Misuse of negativity. Tim Ferriss has this concept of using negativity as a productivity system. What does he mean? If you define your failures before you define your goals, you have a higher chance to succeed. This makes a lot of sense from a psychological point of view because yes, on one hand, avoiding pain will motivate you more. So if you picture the worst case scenario, if you have pictures on your vision board of people suffering from lung cancer or their teeth going black and destroyed, you will be more motivated to quit smoking versus if you're just thinking about how much nicer you would smell if you don't smoke, for example. I don't know what's going on through your head. But the other more important thing, how this works, is that our brain doesn't make a difference between imagined experience and actual experience. So if you spend a good amount of time daydreaming about the best case scenario and you go in your head through how you would feel, how much better your life is going to be, how much nicer friends or environment you have, you basically live the base case scenario. And if you are doing this very clearly with a lot of detail and very frequently, you basically go through the whole euphoria and happiness of that experience. And when you come back from dreamland, all you have to do is the hard work. Lack of ambition. There are two components here. If this is your personality, then it is okay. If that's how you feel, if you are truly satisfied with where you are now, you're absolutely not an overachiever and you're just not after the whole hustle culture and you just really feel satisfied, you feel content and you don't need to strive for more. You don't need to have another goal. You don't need to be somewhere else and become something else. If that is how you feel, totally fine. Skip that little thing, go to the next one. However, it is also possible that your environment sets up your level of ambition because very often the information we have provided determines what we think is possible, which determines our ambition. For example, if nobody in your family is an entrepreneur, nobody really has money, none of your friends has financial freedom, if you don't have anything around you that tells you that such life is possible, then you're not thinking of it and you're not going to go for it. Same goes with if you're a woman and if you only see male software engineers, you're not really thinking of you becoming a software engineer if you never see it. So yes, we're not gonna go after a healthy behavior or learning good routines or productivity systems to achieve more goals if our ambition is very low because our environment has made us believe that this is what is possible and achievable. So this is not you being lazy or weak, this is you being exposed to amount of information, and to get out of it means you need to get exposed to a different type of information or more amount of information. You watch the news regularly. The thing with negative messages is that they provoke more attention. Back in the days, we had to pay attention to negative messages because this is how we survived. These days, marketing and news basically capitalize on how our brains function and they present all the negative information all the time because it's clickable. So how likely are you to start paying more attention to your good habits if you are constantly exposed to information telling you that the world is going to collapse, everything is going bad, you have to enjoy here and now because the future is not given, and you are not anyhow motivated to sacrifice the fun here for the bigger fun tomorrow because tomorrow may never happen and everything is going down. Climate change, pollution, recession, all this negative information demotivates you to believe in a possible brighter future. So why would you work for this at all? There's tons of positive information as well, but we just don't hear about it, and you still have a lot of time to improve your life. So there is a reason why to make an effort to live healthier. But I said I'm not gonna give advice here, so I'll stop here. Thank you guys for listening. If you are interested in psychology, how our brain works, how to shift our mindset into something more useful for us, because we have to live with our head all the time, so it's going to be nicer if this becomes a nicer place to be. If this is somehow relevant to you, subscribe to the channel because I really try to take all the information I have been learning over the years, all the experience I'm having from my coaching practice, and put it out there so that more people can reach it and benefit from it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.